That person that you think is rich online is probably broker than you realize. Social media has created the largest wealth perception gap in human history, and it is messing with our money, our psychology, how we think about money. I'm a certified financial planner. I talk about money psychology, and let's talk about the wealth perception gap. Here's what's happening. We are constantly being exposed to status symbols of wealth, designer bags, vacations, perfect homes, but we have no idea how much someone actually spent on those things. We all know that you can easily buy a house with not that much money down, be over leveraged. You can rent a jet for a day and make it seem like you rode on a private jet. And so, but your brain will see this luxury and assume that, they can afford it, that they're wealthy, even though that's not really how money can work anymore. The psychology behind this is basically that humans evolved to make really quick assessments of social status for survival because our brains typically can't distinguish between someone who owns a Rolex and someone who rented one for Instagram. And we often use these mental shortcuts in a world where it has all this very sophisticated status signaling. And this can create a lot of problems. First, a lot of times we tend to overestimate other people's wealth and feel inadequate about our own finances. Second, it might lead us to overspend on things to signal wealth that we don't actually have, which can create a really vicious cycle of financial stress. And the data backs this up. Studies show that people consistently overestimate their peers' incomes and net worth. Meanwhile, like the average American has less than $1,000 in savings, has over $6,000 of credit card debt. The average income or the median income in America is around $65,000, and though a lot of people expect to be making six figures, etc., when they graduate college, there's that disconnect there. And a lot of it has to do with this wealth perception gap. And the kind of ironic part about all this is that often real wealth is pretty invisible. It's in the stock market, it's in, that paid off mortgage, but those don't look good. They don't photograph well. So they don't shape our perceptions as much as a flashy car, etc. And so it's really, really important to remember that social media is a marketing platform, not a documentary. So that person's lifestyle might be entirely funded by credit card debt. You just have no idea of what you're seeing truly online. So that's why it's just so important to focus on your own financial goals, not your perception of what other people are doing. And if you're interested in learning more about how your brain tricks you with your money, you should definitely check out my newsletter, Your Brain on Money. I break down all these psychological patterns, and you can find the link in my bio.